Hey everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. If you're new here, my name's Anthony. I'm a business profit advocate. Here we interview entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals, and just people doing cool things. For example, today we're meeting Haim. He's the owner of In Motion Coach, a business and life coach. He's worked with lawyers, entrepreneurs, real estate brokers, mortgage professionals, and startups, and he's been doing it for over 15 years. How you doing today, Haim?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love your attitude every time we talk. You're like, I'm doing great. What could I be? So that's awesome. I like the positivity. Where are you calling in from?
I live in New York.
Okay. Are you a native there? Or you been there for a while?
I've been here from 1999, so
Okay. So you're
it's
getting
a
in
long
touch.
time.
Yeah. What's fun out there? What do you typically do?
What I do, I one of my fun stuff is to just talk to people.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, no obligation, just to run conversation, to get to know people, what make people tick, what make people moving, what make people want to do what they do.
Hmm.
And I find out on the most part, many ways that people behave and operate, and what's moving people, what's not moving people.
Hmm. Okay. Well, you're in the right place to do that. If you like talking to people in New York, you're going to meet all kinds. So it's definitely the place to be there. So what can you tell us about In Motion Coach? You've been doing it for 15 years. What's the goal? What do you do for folks?
Here is the interesting part. I don't set goal, not to me and not to other. And why I say that, people set goal. Yeah, there is a different way that I look at that. When people set goal, yeah, they go to the highest that they can think about to set the goal. Now, if they reach it, great. Now they're stuck. But to tap it is it's very hard because you already stretch yourself to reach that. Now, if you didn't reach your goal, you start to beat up yourself. You think that something wrong with you. You. It's not a good conversation. Inside conversation, not outside. Inside. And I say something like that. Don't set goal. Yeah, because when you set goal, if you know how to do it, it's not a goal. It's a task. Just go ahead and do it. You set goal on something that you have no clue, you have no idea, you don't have no knowledge, nothing. Now set goal. That's gonna get you where you wanna go. Because now you're gonna discover who you are and what you can do with yourselves. That's the real one. And that has to be to have $1 million or something like that. Because success is who you become, not what you have. If you can transfer yourself from one person to another, that's success.
Yeah, that's really true. I like the way that you said that because success, there's no ultimate success. There's a bunch of successes all on the same road, so you're constantly achieving things. You've been doing this for 15 years? How'd you get started? What kind of got you into this world?
Oh, it's an interesting story. I was car mechanic. I started to work on car in 1969 as a kid. I was 12, 13 when I started to work on car until January 2009. So if you do the math, 40 years of my life, that's what I did. In 2009, I got fired. So now I'm over 50. I got fired. I'm looking for other place to work. I'm overqualified. Nobody want to touch me. Because of my knowledge, my skill, my tool, I can do everything in car. I used to. And it's turning out I don't find any job. Nobody want to take me. And so I said, we said, one door closed, the other one open. And I was still looking at the door that closed. I didn't see the one that opened. But I move in some way. I move. I went through holistic way, which is mean. oh, I start to ask myself, what I'm doing here? What is my purpose in life? What's supposed to happen to me if I don't have? if I'm not going to do what I know how to do. I didn't talk about if I love to do, it's I know what I do. So what I find out, I have two things in me. That's I love people and I love to talk to people, but I didn't know what to do with that. I mean, what I did with car, it's one thing. I can do the same in people. So I start to search. As I'm searching, I stumble on coaching. I say, let me see where this one going to take me. Because that's what coaches do. They love people, they're helping people. Let me see how is that going to work for me. The rest is history. I find who I am. I find what my purpose in life. And and many times I just coach people for nothing. I don't even charge because I so love that. I enjoy that. Some people can pay me, some people don't, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Finding something that you love to do because, like you said, you love talking to people, you love hearing from them. So finding a way to do that's beautiful. What's your favorite thing about what you're doing?
It's make me feel good. It's make me feel good when I see I give some solution or way to go to other people. They kind of either stuck or not moving or something doesn't work for them for some reason, and they find a way to go around that point. So sometimes I say a small thing and they take it and they use it. Great, God bless you. Go ahead, use it. I learn that there is every person have three things. You have imagination, you have belief system, and you have habit. Now, if you're not going to replace your habit, you're not going to challenge your belief. Now, how you use your imagination? If you want to create something, you need to have imagination, but the habit is the most important one. Because so I share what I do, even if you pay me or you don't, I share it with you. I know for you to take advantage on that, you need to replace your habit. When you replace your habit, now you start to challenge your belief. To do that, you need to hear it more than one time. Here you go. Here is why people hire me. To hear it one time is not enough.
Okay, I got you. Do you have any stories about where you've really helped somebody, especially
Oh,
like in a
yes,
small way?
I have plenty. I work with a single mother. She was selling insurance for living. And we communicate, we talk, and she said, I don't know what is that about you, but I have the feeling that with you, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to be who I want to be. I don't know how much you charge. I don't know if I can afford you. I say, hold on. Before we go to procedure, money and procedure, I want to know what is that you're looking to do. And then I decide if I'm going to work with you. Because I have what to say also here. And she said, fair enough. I want to be actors in movie. That's intrigued me. I mean, I have a lot to ask, but not something like that. I say, okay, what you willing to do to make that happen? She say, I will do whatever it take. Say, you know what? Let's start to work. When you gonna have income from the movie, we'll talk how you compensate me. But for now, don't worry about. In the second month that we work together, she started to go to audition. In the 4 month that we was working together, she got picked up in audition. Last year she called me, she said, I finished my first movie. She did the work, not me. And that's the case. I don't do anything. You do the work, not me. If I do the work, I get the prize. You left with nothing. When you do the work, you get the prize.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really like that. So you've been doing it for 15 years. You've obviously, had some hard won lessons. What's something that you would do different today if you had to start over? Something that you learned along the way.
No, I won't do anything different. I won't do, and basically, when I work with someone, I'm a different kind of coach that you ever met. Bless you. I'm not the regular coach that they have program and that give you for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years program that you need to follow instruction the way they believe it should work. With me, it's totally different. I have my program is go for 1 month. In 1 month, I will ask you to do one thing. If you do it, I'm going to work with you. If you're not going to do it, there's no way that we can work together. And what I will ask you to do, I want you to replace your self image for the person that you want to become. If you're going to do it, you're going to do everything else. If you're not going to do it, you're not going to do nothing else. So that's indicate for me if I want to work with you or not. Because you do the most of the work, not me. I just assist you. I will support you. I'm not going to help you.
Hmm. Yeah, you can't really help folks that aren't willing to help themselves. So that is true. And thanks for I thought I muted myself in time before I sneezed, so I was trying not to sneeze. So I appreciate that. Okay, awesome. Well, when you're looking for somebody, you're mostly looking for somebody that wants somebody to help them help themselves. Basically, is kind of what I'm hearing. Does that sound right? Is that the commonality between the folks you're helping, or
That's the beginning. That's the beginning of that.
okay? What else do a lot of the people you work with share in common? Is it just like the drive to do something, or what does that look like?
I call myself as a dream maker, which I mean I have the power to take your dream, yeah, and with you to make it reality. Which is mean there is a principle in the nature and the universe that's work for everyone. It's universal law, which is mean he said everything in the universe created twice. The first time in a person mind, the second time in a physical reality. Now every person have a dream, have a wish, have a goal, have a target that's sitting in his mind that you want to do, you want to have, you want to be. Now, what is that you do to make that happen? I know I did it for myself 3 times, and that's what I do the last 15 years. Yeah, which has been. Now, I will ask you take the image that you have in your head. I want you to put it down on paper. When you put it down on paper, now you have contract between you and the universe, you and God, whatever you want to call it. When you start to reread it multiple times a day, you start to replace your self-image for the person that you want to become because now you read it. You read something that you want to have in your life. So now you spend more time on that. You don't spend you spend less time on something that's bother you. Now you spend time on something that's your dream that you want to have in your life. So if you start to reread it and you walk with yourself to make that happen and to think that way, to see yourself as that person that you want to be, you're going to have a lot of energy to do whatever you want to, whatever you wish to do. So
Okay.
it's easy to work with you because you already, I'm not going to give you advice. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but together we figure out how to make that happen.
Okay. Who do you work really well with as far as like relationship wise with other businesses? Do you work well with other coaches? Do you work with people in different industries, or what's that look
It's,
like?
for me, it's human being. It's human being that have a dream that want to make it reality. You can come from all different of life. I work with a lawyer. When we start to work together, his office was 5 by 10. Imagine that. You have two chairs, one is in the hallway. You can't put it in the room. It's too small. But he was very ambitious and he wanted to build this practice. So in the first year, he took the whole floor. In the third year, he took over the whole building. He built the firm. He did the work. We figure out how to promote himself, how to accumulate big income to control more space. And that's the case. That was his case. I don't know law, what I know about law, but it's not what I'm working with.
Okay. Awesome. Is there anything that I failed to ask that you wanted to mention?
I mean, basically, what it's too involved. Life is too involved, and to not to ask all the questions that you want to ask. It's hit and miss, and it's, in many cases in my life, life involved. It's developed as we go. Because when we're facing something that we never have before, we all the time have discovery. Because we walk in our mind. So we discover things, we discover things. So that's endless. So something that you didn't ask me, I can say now, no, you ask everything. And 5 minutes from now, I will think about that and say, oh, wow, I should say this, or I should say that. It's very hard. It's very challenging, but it's not the end of the world.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have some questions they'd like to ask you because you're so personal and you're great in a conversation. How can people get a hold of you if they want to do that?
I have my LinkedIn account. I have my phone number. I have my email. All those three ways gonna work.
Okay, awesome.
I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. It's not the area that I'm participate, but LinkedIn, yes. LinkedIn,
Okay, awesome. And I'll be sure to share those in the description when we put this out so people can get a
thank you.
hold of you. Last thing we want to do is have people have to hunt for it. We'll make it easy. We'll put it right there in one spot. But
Mm,
perfect. It was awesome talking with you, Haim. Anybody else out there that wants to get a hold of you, they absolutely should reach out. He's a genuine guy. Just want to have a conversation. Definitely see how you guys might be able to help one another out. If you're a little shy and you want an introduction, feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to make that three-way introduction for you. But if anybody else out there would like to be interviewed, you can reach me in my link tree. I have all my socials where I posted, and I have my calendar link as well, so we can find a time to have a conversation as well. But other than that, Haim, I really appreciate coming on. I really appreciate your knowledge and everything you've
thank you.
said. Yeah. So let's all get out there and meet some people. All right.
Yeah, I'm open to meet everyone virtually, even in physically, if it's in my area. And we have a conversation. There's no obligation. We're just talking.
Absolutely. And I recommend you guys do it. So, all right, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon. Have a good one.
Bye.